Welcome back to Say No More Media. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and click that notification bell. And Shedeur Sanders is the top quarterback entering the 2025 NFL Draft. He's currently at the Combine right now. You already know. Will he go number one? I think so. Why not? I'm saying what he was able to do behind that offensive line at Colorado, inheriting a 1-11 team, going 4-8. And remind you, his junior year, he lost Travis Hunter when Travis Hunter got injured against Colorado State, which is like the third game of the year. Didn't have him against Oregon. Didn't have him against USC. Didn't have him against some of those bigger games that they played in the Pac-12. And he still was able to go out there and deliver with a lot of receivers that he playing with for the first time in the transfer portal. He basically had the summer and the spring to get, and sometimes shorter, to get acclimated into the offense, a brand new offensive coordinator. And he was still able to stand in there and deliver. We all remember that TCU game where he came out and threw for over 400 yards. They were questioning whether a HBCU quarterback can come out here and deliver. And what did he do? He delivered big time. And as you can see, he just finished a 9-4 season in the Big 12, headed to the Alamo Bowl, and now he is entering the 2025 NFL Draft. Well, Mel Kiper has him as the number 1 or number 2 quarterback, with also Miami's Cam Ward. And I'm telling you right now, anybody who gets Shedeur Sanders is not only getting an elite, tough quarterback, somebody who's durable, somebody who's going to stand in the pocket, when the pocket is collapsing, somebody who can make plays with his legs, but also somebody who's a leader. You can say what you want, but what Shedeur was able to do with the time that he had to throw, with no running game, I'm talking about 0 running game. And the key to a quarterback's success is having a running game. So continue to listen to all the people that's out here that really don't know football, or you can come over here to Say No More Media, where we know football and we understand when you do not have a running game and you do not have that in college football, it makes it extremely hard on a quarterback, and he puts the ball in his hands every play. And if you do not have a running game, then that means the defense is dropping 8 in the coverage. They're only rushing 3. Your passing windows are shorter. You don't have there's not a lot of room to maneuver for the receivers because everybody's in pass coverage, because we know that you're not going to run the ball. So what he was able to do against those defenses under Pat Shurmur's offense, while having no running game, will only translate to the NFL, where he's not going to be asked to do what he had to do in Colorado. I mean, look at what he had to do. If he didn't come to play, Colorado was chalk. You couldn't run the ball. You weren't going to run the ball at Colorado, so what else was you going to do? You had to put the ball in Tu's hands, and he had to go out there and win the game for you. And this is for the analysts out there. These are for all these analysts, these pre-draft evaluations, these draft analysis, who says that Shedeur Sanders is not a first-round quarterback or shouldn't be one of the top quarterbacks taken off the board. Sometimes you have to question the validity. Is it coming from a standpoint of somebody who actually watched Colorado Buffaloes from in the Pac-12 and then in the Big 12? Or is this somebody who might have a more personal issue with Shedeur Sanders and Coach Prime and the Deion Sanders and the whole Colorado Buffaloes? I could do a whole video on that and how they were covered this year and what they were predicted to do and what they predicted Shedeur Sanders would be in the Big 12 and what they predicted that Coach Prime would be in the Big 12. So if you want to go ahead and listen to those same people who predicted they would win 3 games this year, who predicted they wouldn't get past 4 wins, they wouldn't even be a 500 team, then you go ahead and join that crew, because I can tell you a lot of draft analysis, a lot of people who spoke about quarterbacks who said Lamar Jackson wasn't a first round pick. Yeah, how did Lamar Jackson fall to number 31? That's what happens when you listen to people who will not get on here and tell you, a lot of the quarterbacks that I've talked about in the past, or I've spoken about in the past, I was completely wrong on. Yeah. So that's why there's channels like Say No More Media. We're going to come out here and we're going to keep it real as possible. Sometimes what is being spilled out there through the media and through these channels is not always a fair evaluation. I can say that. It's not always a fair evaluation when it comes to some of the draft talent that's entering into the 2025 NFL Draft. Now we know Shedeur has decided not to throw at the NFL Combine. He's just going there to meet with teams, but he will be throwing at the Colorado Pro Day, where he can have the receivers that he's built to trust with. He knows where they're going to be at certain routes. He knows where they're going to come out of their breaks. He knows where to put the ball. He knows how they like the ball. He's going to be able to help his receivers look good, and the receivers are going to help him look good. And there's plenty of quarterbacks who have not thrown out the draft, who have went on to be the number one pick, first round pick. So let's just cut it out. Let's just stop it. Just quit allowing how you feel about the Colorado Buffaloes and Coach Prime blur your vision on NFL talent quarterback like Shedeur Sanders. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And as always, say no more.